The 3 stages to hairstyling to always follow. Hi guys, how are you? I'm Robin. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to this new video. Now, I am amazed I've never done this video before. It is super simple, it's so basic, it's actually a bit of a formula to perfect hairstyling. 3 stages that I go through every single day. I switch different products into each stage, but I always do this. And I should say this will work for all types of hair and for all types of guy. Unless you're bald, I'm so sorry, but please do subscribe. I've got more for you here. This is just about you working out kind of what works for you and what you want from your hairstyling routine. Step 1 is prep, and for me really this is probably the most important step. This is when you're going to take your hair from its natural state into something more in line with how you're going to be styling it. Now for me, my hair is very fine, it's really flyaway. So I use a pre-styling product, a product that we're going to use before styling to really thicken and also add volume. But if you're a guy that's got really curly hair, then you might want to have something that's smoothing. Same goes if you've got coarse hair. So for me, I'm going to use a thickening product and I'm going to get it straight through root to tip. Now, I know that a lot of you guys either don't have a hairdryer or won't want to use a hairdryer. But really in the pre-styling phase, it's gonna be a huge help. The heat helps to manipulate the hair, so allow you to put it in different ways. It also helps to activate the products you're using, so to really warm them up and allow your hair to be moved. And I'm gonna go for a medium heat and a fast speed. Right, there you go. You can see I've got volume, my hair's looking thicker, it's looking fuller. You can see really my hair, sits very naturally this way, but in adding heat and adding a pre-styler, you're starting to manipulate the hair and move it into the direction you want, which ultimately will make it easier for styling. Now, step 2 is styling, and you might be thinking, well, actually the product I used in step 1, so in the prep stage, has done a pretty good job. But what this styling stage is going to do is to really add structure and definition to the style. You can see that just with this sort of thickening cream, my hair's not going to stay. So with a styling product, I'm going to decide what kind of hold and finish I want. Be that on the shine scale from something very matte, so something that's not shiny at all the way up to something really very glossy, like a grease or a really sort of shine pomade. So I'm going to use a bit of a putty here, but guys, you'll see loads on manfromself.com, my blog. There's so much going on in terms of products, there's reviews, there's ratings against shine and hold, and also some user ratings. And so you can see what you guys also think, and I will link it up there. And if I could give you any tip whatsoever about the styling stage, it's all about layering. Don't be popping all that product straight into the hair. You're gonna oversaturate the hair, you're gonna make it heavy, you're gonna make it look greasy. Start with a little bit of product. You're in no rush, hopefully. Really emulsify it. Emulsify is when you take the product from that thick, solid state into something either creamy, oily, or liquid, depending on the product you're using. And for styling, it's important to totally coat the hair. So because my hair is gonna be styled this way, I'm gonna first style it that way in terms of application. Just coating the hair completely. But now this is about me putting that style in. So pushing across. And that's when I'm gonna start to add a little bit more product in, just because I want to layer this up. If I had just gone straight in with this product and hadn't done the pre-styling phase, my hair wouldn't have the same volume, it wouldn't have the same thickness. And when you're sort of happy with that style, the 3rd stage or step is about finishing. Now, a lot of you guys won't like hairsprays, you just kind of want to leave your hair nice and loose, nice and natural. But this is where you're getting to the perfection phase. So you can still use a little bit of the product you've just used, just onto your hands. And you might literally just use this to pick up some flyaways. So just with your fingertips, picking those flyaways up and sweeping. You might also use something like a shine spray, so something just to add the gloss to the hair. Or you might do as I do, hairspray onto the hands, a light mist. Take the hand and I brush just on the surface of the hair. And I always say this, but a finishing product for me is not a styling product. If you're using a hairspray and then you've got your hands in, it turns into a styling product. And hairsprays in general will make your hair look wet, it might look crispy, it will dry it out. Whew. And that is it. The 3 stages to perfect. Is it perfect? It's good enough to go hair. So there you go guys, the 3 stages to hairstyling that I always use. It is really a go-to for me, a bit of a formula. I always think of it in that prep, the styling and the finishing. And it's also how I sort of categorize my products. So if you sort of keep in that mindset and always think of it as going through a bit of a process, I'm sure you will get there. Let me know in the comments below sort of what you like to use in preps, styling and finishing, or if you've got other ways of doing it. I always like to hear. But thank you very much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have and you've not yet pressed subscribe, then hi, Robin, man from Self. You've been watching me. Press subscribe right now. The button is just there. There's also more video suggestions down there. A link to my blog and the hairstyling pages all there, and products, and my social, including Instagram. Come and follow me up there. But I'll see you in my next new video. Bye-bye.